Mr. LeBay, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Wow, it's just sounding great. Hey, Lana, it's been a long time.
It has. Well, I'm back from the flu, back from the dead, and ready to rock. So, what do we got going on tonight?
We're gonna reverse some flows, and we're gonna Hicho it up.
All right, Sakanagare. Sakanagare.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds good. Well, that'll be good. It'll give us some time to study Hoko and a little bit of Hicho, and that's a challenging kata.
It is a challenging kata.
Break it up into bits.
In the premise of kind of really showing the differences between the lineages. We looked at kind of a couple from Koto Yu, which were very linear, boom. I can't think of one that's more rounded, more circular, more than Sakanagare. Like a complete polar opposite. And I really want the students to really see the difference between the two, because we spent a couple weeks on just that. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'll have fun watching them try to have fun.
Well, this will be a great time. Let's hit it. All right.
Okay. Now I want to do a handshake tonight. No fist bumps.
We're switch it around a little bit. Great to see you guys. You guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Then we're actually going to start with the kata that we usually end the night with, and we'll actually go back into some of the other stuff I want to look at later on. But the kata is kind of it's long. We're still kind of looking at Hoko right now, which has longer, more drawn out katas, roundedness, the whole 9 yards, and that's where we're starting. And so we're going to basically reverse the flow just tonight, just normal, with a kata called Sakanagare, which actually means reverse flow. So I just thought it was very, very ironic. So I got that here. So we're going to start with the first part of the kata, which is right punch coming in. We're moving up to the outside. Now, I'm not bashing, I'm actually throwing this out like a Jordan. I'm not trying to pound him out of the way and gain distance. I'm just kind of getting out of the way. Oh my God, here. From here, I'm actually going to try and grab this arm and kick him with that leg. Right. Okay, that's the start. You start there. So he's coming in. What's up? Oh my God, he grabs and just back. Okay, that's the start of the kata. All right, let's start with that, and then we'll keep adding the rest of it to it, because now it gets complicated after that.
Off, they come in, they try to. Now when Mr. David throws a kick, I don't want him to just kind of lightly touch me. I don't want to just bend out and let that happen. It's going to be important for the attacker to kind of have a bit of a commitment to the kick. So when he kicks me, I'm not kicking hard, but I want there to be some impact. I want there to be a little bit of push. I don't want it to be I'm in the back, moving outside. I don't want to be, okay, gotcha. Just making a little bit of contact. Give it some spirit.
Yeah, we need to have that for the rest of the kata.
So just a quick point on this. So one of the reasons this is a kick is because I've set it up to be a kick. So as he comes in here, like if I'm like this, there's no need for a kick. There's no need for the grab. Right? You just come over the top with the hand and hit me. So when he comes in, I'm moving up. Whoa, here. That is right there. He can grab, almost use it as a kind of pull right into that kick. Alright, so part of this is the setting up of the whole thing. Like eliminating all the other options so that really that is the only good option. I'm not moving around into here, because now he can kick it with both legs or punch me. Right? I'm moving over to here, so now really, that's the only thing that really makes sense. Even that leg's a little too far out. This grab pull kind of makes the more sense. Okay? So watch that spacing.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Same attack. So there's a bit of a difference. I can move far away and be leaning forward. Also, if we're doing, say, more of an Ishimoji, what if your weight's back a little bit? What if your head and body is not of access to him because of the angle away, but this leg is in place? So there is something to be said for what Kamae you're in as well.
Excellent point, Mr. LeBay. Actually, excellent point.
Excellent.
That was easy. Mr. Harper's coming in. Go to the stop. Come. Okay? Got it? Go ahead. So this is the tricky part. As this is my first one, I'm good. When he grabs, I'm doing multiple things. Number one, I'm getting out of the way of the kick by moving into this Hicho. But I'm also healing this off for that hit here. So I'm not just moving out of the way and then trying to pull the hand off. I won't be able to do it. The movement of my arm starts peeling the hand off. The movement of my body gives me the ability to kick it. All right, let's just get to here for right now. So super slow. 1, deep grasp. So now you can see I have a start to a multi. I've got distance, and then we'll just go from there. Picking this elbow up as I move to the outside, so again, passing off from this hand as I go into each one kick. Okay? All right, let's go.
Yeah. Matt, can I borrow you for just a moment? So let's just look at footwork here for just a moment. Freeze here. So Mr. Matt's going to grabs, I'm sorry, freeze here. One of the things that I'm seeing is I'm seeing this sort of next step, this next movement. There's a lot of variability and not a lot of efficiency. So what we're going to do is what Mr. White said, which is just kind of turn and do each. We don't have to take a big step out anywhere like that. Matt throws a straight kick. Just hold that sucker right out there. I know that sounds like a challenge. I'm just going to turn it a little bit. I mean, look at just how much this little turn, maybe a 6-inch shift, took us offline of that kick. So as we do this, yeah, we're looking pretty happy. If you're doing much more than that, or it feels like a struggle getting out of the way and tying everything together, remember your Kamae. Icho. Just turn 90 degrees and do Icho. Okay, keep it simple.
So this is actually very advanced. Even though it's a show on a little hot, there's a lot of parts to it, and a lot of funky angles. But that's really to kind of show you the difference in Hoko Ryu as opposed to Koko Ryu. Koko Ryu didn't have stuff like this. Koko Ryu was out of the way, kick them down. Move out of the way, hit them in the face, kick them down. Right? They grab you, you hit them, you take them down. This is, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And so this is really I think you can see from the very first part of it, this is a very determined attacker. He's coming out. I'm just getting out of the way. He's grabbing this. Boom! I mean, I am quasi outmatched at this point in time. This is a very aggressive person of size and strength. Luckily, his illness will take him down sooner or later. But I don't have that time to figure out. So this is called reverse flow. So if we look at it slowly, 1, he's still in a great position. He's still in a great position. He comes to the air. He's not in as great a position, okay, as that left uppercut comes in. He's even in less of a great position. Even less of a great position. Even less of a great position. I'm slowly nickel and diming my way to victory through this fight. This isn't a Koto you grab them, knock them down, kill them. This is a, okay, and there's light in the tongue. And I have multiple attacks coming at me from multiple different sides. All right, and that's kind of the point of this stuff. So let's go to the next part. So you guys got into this one. 1, 2. This is I've done this, right? To get this here. I've exposed this side. So he's going to take advantage of that. Just come right in. As I peel this off, I'm going to drop this hand and hit into that. From here, once I hit into that, I'm going to extend back and hit him in the neck. All right, so I'm kind of looking like I'm going to take him into a backwards multi. Right? It looks like I'm going to end pulling that way because that's the way I have to bend. But in the concept of reverse flow, no, I don't. Once I get him leaning back, I'm going to Totoko Yoshi, Kamae of the night. Okay? So there's a physical reversal too. I'm moving around, right? I've moved this way. I've moved this way. I've moved this way. I look like I'm going to move this way again. No, this way. Right? So there's a physical reversal of flow in the whole thing also. All right? I'm not expecting you guys to master this. I'm exposing you to this to really show the difference between Hoko Ryu and Koko Ryu. All right? This is very teacher weekend just on this one whole thing. Go ahead.
Let's get through the uppercut.
Let's go through the uppercut now. All right? So after the kick his head, uppercuts come in, boom. Moving more behind them. All right? And then if you want to, then he can into. Okay? Okay, go
How
ahead.
are you guys? Need a volunteer to make it like that. I looked right at you. You saw it. So just a minor note on that pair of strikes to the arm and to the neck. So we'll go ahead and start the kata. We're moving out. Yeah, good. Ooh, hit me here. He's coming up that uppercut. One of the things I'm seeing is I've seen people get to here, they're hitting, and they're trying to like reposition again, and then they're trying to hit again. And there's actually it's kind of a faster rhythm than that. There's a bit of flow to it. So let's back up to the beginning. Yep, one. We're not going fast here, but as we move, the idea is we're going to hit where tracks hit. We're not going to be spending much time in sort of the interstitial period there. The idea is that, crap, very jarring. We're not giving them time. I don't want to box somebody's ears, wait for them for a minute, and then kick them in the balls. I don't want to box them in the ears and kick them nuts. So.
And then go do some British boxing later.
Yeah, exactly. Very important tip. I was watching some old 1800s stuff today, early 90s. Anyway, have fun, keep going. Just watch those strikes.
This is important. Let's just actually don't worry about the Hito and the kick. Let's just go from the arm aspect. So Matt's coming at me. One, boom, he grabs. Oh, sorry. I'm not going to kick you. You're going to kick me. He grabs. All right, let's just get there. All right, because I see people that it's chewing gum, walking, moving, kicking, fighting, punching, hard. All right, he grabs me. Whoa. Can we get to there? All right, notice I am not peeling him off. I am passing this arm up to here and then keeping it going. Okay, so slow, one last time. And also too, it's not this. We're not both grabbing each other, which is a tendency. A lot of people do this in the kind of like, okay, let's start from here. Well, now it's going to be difficult on me. I'm moving out like he's grabbing me. Whoa. And can we get to right here? Because this is a great position in and by itself for me. Oh my God, there's so many things I can do. Okay, and so knowing that position is very, very good. Let's just do that just for a minute, just so we can really get that pass off. Let me give you a hint. The foot that you're stepping with will be a large determinant factor if this works well for you. He comes in at me, he grabs. Okay. If I step off with this foot to do this, and I raise this arm up, come. I kind of don't quite get it. All right. But if I shear my shoulders, here, I get it. All right. We'll talk about the kick and how to put the kick in there in a second. But I want you to experience the difference between coming with this leg, picking up, and trying to get it. And see, I kind of get it, but it's not very clean. And actually, maybe even Hoko Rukiing into this and getting it. Note, I'm going forward and then facing back to them.
Are you telling me that you're rotating with your whole body and that your shoulder and arms are rotating with it?
In theory, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So let's do this. Remember, this is rounded, this is circular, this is flow kind of stuff. This isn't boom, boom, boom. This is a totally different art. It's a totally different thing. That makes a huge difference. And that's part of this art. Okay, go ahead. A lot to this. So let's finish it up. So one thing that we haven't been really paying a ton of attention to, just because there's a lot going on in this, is that first one comes up. Okay, that punch comes in. You know what I'm doing with this arm? Constantly extending this arm. Because it's not comfortable from that. Alright? The reason I'm hitting is uppercut. The reason I'm hitting back into him, he's still right there. He's still not in the greatest spot. So I'm going to extend it to get into here. Which he's been following me all night, so he's probably going to try to step that hand. Put back. We go from there. We're slowly, I'm trying to pull this out. Pulling it out. I have this extended the whole time. Slowly extending this out. You see that? Alright? So then we come back around. This is called Choko Yoshi. It's basically, if you can think of Ishimoji on your knee. Alright? Choko Yoshi. Alright? From here, I'm
just gonna change my foot angle. I'm gonna come back down to his knee. Okay, right kind of in front of his foot line. There's a lot of other nasty stuff we can do, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. The whole point of this, again, is to see that, okay, Hoko is very different than Hoko you. All right, that's the point, which I think you guys are starting to realize. All right, so go ahead, let's finish it off.
One tiny quick tip for us here is to think about this not as freeing a hand or anything like that. We're passing their hand to our hand.
Yes.
Okay? So that's same punches coming in. Paint grabs. Paint kicks. All I'm doing, I'm not reaching over to try to peel this hand off. I'm not escaping the hand. He's got me. The same ankle. Yeah, there we go. He's got me. All I'm doing is I'm rotating my body and bringing his hand to my other hand. That gives me the control. Whether or not he might even still kind of have this, but that gives me enough to work with here. Now that's when that uppercut comes. Bam, bam. Oh, we're looking good here. Okay, so think about this. We've got this Hicho position. Passing their hand to your hand. Okay. That's fine. That's it. Just a little tip.
Move on. So there's a lot of reversal in this reverse flow. All right. We've already talked about the fact that I'm moving kind of around him, and I'm reversing physically in the end. Right. I'm coming around and then coming back here. We get that. Also, too, I'm actually reversing kind of the nature of my movement too. Everything up until that point in time has been circular, circular, circular. This move here is going to be a straight line. Whoa! Okay, so now I'm reversing that. I'm also reversing my emotions throughout this whole thing. I didn't know this was going on, so stop. What the? Oh my God! Jesus, you fuck off, Matt. I'm getting pissed. I'm going from shock to pissed in this whole scenario, this whole spectrum of this fight. So I'm reversing my emotions also. And he's getting his emotions reversed. Between, hi guys, oh, I don't have you, oh God. All right, so the whole tide of everything, physically, mentally, emotionally, is changing in this. Do we understand that? So for the last couple of minutes, go slower. But see if you can actually ask them, oh my God, I'm scared. Now I'm actually getting mad. And see how that changes your emotion and your movement. Okay, change your emotion to change your movement throughout. Okay? Go ahead, go slow.
Getting attacked in the dark.
Again, we could spend weeks and days on Sakanagare, and we will get a chance to look at it again on Saturday for a little bit. But again, the whole point of that was to show you, like, very different than Tenchi, which was all about angling and being in there. Very, very different. All right. Way more complex, way more long parts, way more interesting little kind of aspects to take on. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, moving forward and getting to that position is very interesting and hard to do, but that's hard to do too. All right, especially in the middle of the brawl. So tonight, the one that I want to focus on, the Kamae I want to focus on tonight, is Hoko no Kamae. Okay, we all know Hoko. Give me a Hoko no Kamae. Encircling the tiger. All right, basic thing, Jumanji. Elbows, and your elbows are being just brought up. Okay, you can see there are sometimes some Hokas like this, and Jumanji's like this too. Jumanji up. So it's a forward advancing one, just like Jumanji. All right, this isn't a scaredy thing. This is it. There's a reason I'm doing this. All right, and so let's actually just start with. All right, shoulder over. That's just. Okay. I'm just gonna go into Hoko no Kamae from here. I'll raise my arms up. Quite effective. And it's not the fact that I'm using shackles to his face or anything like that, which I can do. It's the fact that this. It actually puts him off balance. Okay? Note, I'm going by him. I'm starting him off to the side. And from here, I'm stepping behind him with this foot, raising
squeezing my arms up into open Kamae like I'm attacking his face. No, I didn't want you to do that, I was on your shoulder. Because I literally just referred into his face. But what I want people to understand is this movement here is a lot into a by itself. So, doing that also. Okay? You see that? This should feel fairly effortless. Alright, and you should get quite the response from it. Alright, if you find yourself struggling, we'll come around and correct it, but I think you guys should be able to get this pretty easily. Go ahead, long enough, I'm at the end, Matt. We gotta remember the impetus this is going on with right now. I think this is a big report. This isn't the fight, right? This is just two guys, I don't know, doing some weird, hey man, kind of thing. There's some jostling, there's some pushing, there's some pulling, and as he pulls me, I go into Hoko. All right, it's not gonna be like, okay, Hoko. It's not gonna happen that way.
Okay.
There's gonna be a little bit of, there's gonna be some pushing and pulling, and I was like, oh shit, okay, great, and then go from there. All right, now, what I am seeing some people doing is they're coming in very straight. My spine is right straight up and down. This is not Hoko. Remember, it's like Jumanji, 45. So I'm picking his arms up to almost make way for my body. So we can actually get in there and start getting that balance. Note the level on his spine. Again, I'm not really concerned if he goes down, I just want to get his balance. If I have some hands in his face, he keeps going down. Okay, do you understand that? So not here, here. Okay, you get a little bit of, kind of realism in there. That will help a lot. All right, go ahead.
Interesting note came up here. Can you come back, actually? So we've locked up, and we came across an interesting phenomenon, which was, how'd you say, you were kind of running into this arm a lot, this arm's got a lot of control?
Yeah, just like totally.
Yeah, so this kind of goes back to an earlier point from Mr. White. If I step in and I keep my chest flat this way, and especially if my shoulders are entirely upright, this gets very difficult. Even if I lean this and I try to step forward with a flat chest, I'm running into a stiff arm. There's a reason why we have this little bit of rotation that occurs. Now that stiff arm's gone. Now we can move right through it. So if you're finding yourself running into this controlling arm, think a little bit of rotation. It's like a spoonful of sugar. It helps the bad person go down. Okay? So have fun.
What, do you check Norris Hawkins or something like that? Alright, I'm bad.
All beer.
Yeah. Hoko on Saturday too. But this is, I want to give you a couple just examples. This is flummoxing people a little bit more than I thought it would. That's alright. I'll just leave this to the back. Alright, so.
Jeez Louise.
So yeah, hang on. So now let's actually take this Hoko and it's going to be a right lunging punch. Right, he's going to throw his right lung over here. Alright. I'm going to do that kind of basically that same move. I'm going to shift myself outside like I was going to go like here, like we started that Sakanagare. But I'm going to shift outside and then come back into that Hoko that we're looking at. So he's in. Oh. Alright, I'm very happy. Hank, how are you?
Teacher.
Yeah. Okay, and then we just proceed from there. So my angling's a little trickier. I'm still moving outside of this, but I remember this is a forward leaning thing, so I can move backwards and still forward lean. Okay, and it's the angling of the Kamae which does the work. Alright, and that's the whole point of this, is that it's I'm going backwards, but I'm going backwards with the forward leaning Kamae that gives me here, I can circle and rip him right apart. Alright, don't worry about taking him down, worry about being able to get off to the side, whoa, and get into here. From here we can do marvelous things. Okay? Just do that to start. Okay, so there's a feeling on this too, which, if I'm in Jumanji, okay, I'm not putting my hands up to go into Hoko. My elbows are getting picked up to go into Hoko.
All right, it's really, like I mentioned, it's a bad in sync video. All right, that's what's happening. I see a lot of people that are coming up and then leading with their hands, and this lack of curve here is causing a problem for them. This curve here is a big deal to the grip and the offset of their body. So if I have Alex in here, all right, and she does that punch, and I come like this. Okay, that's all right, but what happens when I actually put my arms up? That's a bigger difference for Alex, isn't it? That took you out of the fight. Same thing if we're doing this grab. If I just put my hands up, I can get away with it, but if my elbows, whoa, that's a bigger difference. That's the encircling. That's almost like that big, it's not like a big beach ball kind of feeling, right? I don't hug beach balls like this unless they're deflated. Around. Hold up by your elbows here, all right? Literally like elbows, hands are defunct. They're default, they come there. It's not led by the hands. Do you understand that? Please use that feeling when you go through this. It'll be a big, big difference for you.
Have you seen his beach ball? No, that was a nice, powerful little change of wind pressure there.
Wow, a little negative pressure.
The wind just opened our door. Hey, can I borrow you for just a moment? So there's maybe two ways of thinking about this, and one of them's wrong. So
don't think that way.
I'm just kidding. So as the attack comes in, one thing I'm seeing is I've seen people get to here, and it kind of becomes this sort of pressing down. Oh, I got him! And then you're taken to the ground, and it's this mangled thing. What if this is more spreading up into the universe? We said earlier, we're showing off our beach ball to our friends. Like, hey, look, I brought a beach ball. Not, I better hide my beach ball. So as that's coming in, this has come up. There's no mess here. There's no problem. There's no tension. And that's what I'm concerned about, because whatever the next step is going to be is partly determined by the preceding step. And if the preceding step is here and we're both fighting here, well, now it's going to turn this whole, I'm going to have to kill Hank. I don't want to do that. I like Hank. So I don't have that kind of green thumb. So that punch comes in. Here we go. Now this is coming up.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, and please do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm seeing a lot of people. Okay. You notice this angle here? I'm seeing more people like up here. And they're doing like running clotheslines with people. And it's just not going to work. The more that angle is close to 45, so you can jump down even a couple more degrees that way. I mean, oh my God. You know, he feels that, right? Whoa!
Game of inches, right?
Yeah.
This is a game of inches.
You guys are going in really straight and very upright. No, as this goes forward, so your gyroscope's going forward and tilting down. Whoa. Okay. Yes. Right.
And simultaneously blossoming upward.
Right. And so the whole point of this too is just to show you that Hoko no Kamae, just in the by itself, can get you out of grabs and get you out of punches. And then we'll start throwing in all the fun stuff. But you gotta have faith that, hey, listen, just like Kamae works. Alright? And so that's what we're trying to find right now. Just like we did Jumanji and Nishimanji. Good. We'll come back to this. This is confounding. So let's look at first grab. Yeah, let's just for a cross grab just to start. Boom, cross grab. Okay, I'm just gonna go into Hoko. I think you can see right now this is actually a pretty decent position for me. So I can then just go right back to our solo. Alright? But I'm just gonna pivot around this, I'm gonna pick it up, so we're just gonna go into Hoko no Kamae. Yeah. She's gonna have to I'm holding on to that. Alright, do you see it? So okay. So cross. Here, I'm just gonna, whoa. I'm covered, have this, and then walk right back like this, no problem. Okay. You see it? Pretty simple. Just use it to the point and just bring it in the middle. Alright? Good.
Hey guys.
Oh man.
So I think we had a long recording in there just.
I'll
so,
look at it later.
Just
Okay.
so you know. Come on in. While Mr. White's in the closet, I think it's important to reiterate we're studying Kamae, but we go through these Kamae and we're not doing them for the sake of doing Kamae. Kamae, again, if you take a picture of somebody who moves well during a fight, Kamae is what you see in screenshots of that picture. You can't expect to move around and do a Kamae and to fight like that in real life. But if you are somebody who understands the feeling of good Kamae and can move well, that's where the opportunities get created. So I like to remind people of that because we're taking time to really focus on the Kamae to burn it into your skin like a bad SIBO tattoo.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, totally. Like your face on your back. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the point of this whole phase is that you feel comfortable being in the company. That feels like home to you. Like, I feel good here. I feel good here. I feel good here. Because you've done it so much and you know that it works. That if you just go here or you just go here, something in your favor will probably happen. And then as we get through, it's like, oh, and I also have these 16 things I can hit with in the process. Cool, great. So now you don't have to worry about the classes. You just move in and out of Kamae. And you see how they change. And we'll go into that later. We're going to, as this Ichimonji goes through those, you see how they kind of all interrelate and morph and come in and out of each other. But the point here is to, again, today was to say, listen, Hoko just in and by itself works if you do Hoko. Right? Don't worry about this. Just do Hoko. Just do Shimonji. Just do Jumanji. It will work. You know, in places like finding that place where you feel, okay, oh, this is Hoko. This is my Hoko. This is my Jumanji.
There are many Jumanjis like it, but this one is mine.
Exactly. Exactly. No two games with Jumanji are the same. Okay, but I actually made a favor. I promised somebody a little while ago. Cindy, you started to also train with us. I trained on with us in another art, another school per se. I always tell students that come in that I'm not gonna, not saying not honor your prior teacher's thing, but because everyone ranks differently. So it's just the way that it is. We are a notoriously hard-ranking school. We just are. And so I said I'll watch it for the first month, and I'll say, you know, okay, this is where you're at right now. And so that determination has been made, and I would love to present you, Cynthia, with your blackie and. Any questions, thoughts about tonight?
There's multiple different ways to do it.
There is.
Depending on what kind of volleyball you're hitting, your child would catch it.
Exactly, or if you're shackled or not shackled to the wall. I was actually helping an example. If you're shackled to the wall, you have to save the kid who's going to go in.
Reality inverts, man.
Yeah,
That's a Mark Whiteism.
Jeez. Anything else?
It's nice to have context for those. When I first thought, just do this, and I'm like, because Jumanji kind of makes sense.
Right.
You know, it's a defense kit. I'm like, what do you do with this?
Wait till you get each other. That's the one that like makes like the biggest one thing is cool. All right, guys. Well, hey, drive safe. It sounds like absolute hell up there right now. But nice job. Good job, Lana. You did great.
It's hairier than a gorilla's nutsack out there.
I'll make sure that's on the video.